Well, welcome to the Goat Shed. What's happening in May? We're a little late with this time as it's Friday the 6th of May already. Um, but over the last few weeks we've had the COVID run through us. First of all, Graham had it. I thought I'd escaped it, and then I caught it. And Spanky seemed to have avoided it at the moment, so that's not been good for us. But anyway, here we are. So it's a lovely day today. It's 14 degrees. Which is about 57 degrees Fahrenheit. So last month we mentioned we had a Gottlieb top score to do. Well, we've completed that, and that's going to be on its way back to the owner tomorrow, along with a Best Texan. Well, the same owner owns both those units, but the Best Texan is a real mess. And when we evaluated it, we decided that we just didn't have the time to put into it at the moment due to our workload. There's been a lot of heat in that machine. There's actually can't see where there's been a fire, but there's been some heat. So we've advised the owner that maybe it's best to leave that go for a little while. I think he might be going to sell that as a project. We also mentioned last month we had a Williams big deal coming into us all the way from sunny Queensland, which is the guy made a 700-kilometre trip to bring it to us. When it arrived, I assessed it, and there was a lot more work involved than what we originally were led to believe, or we imagined we had to do. So we had a bit of a chat to the chap and suggested that he leave it with us because we originally expected we could get it done over 2 or 3 half days just to get it up and running. But no, that wasn't going to be the case. I'll show it to you in a moment and show you where we're up to with that. So we also had a bingo machine arrive. Now, for those of you that are unfamiliar with those, they're the piece de resistance of pinball. They've got anywhere up to 15 steppers in them. And this is a blue chip machine that the guy's had for a long time and no one's ever been able to get it going for him. So hopefully we'll be able to get to work on that sometime in the future. We do have a lot of flipper pinball machines to do. And we're just trying to work through those in order of the people contacting us and when they can get to us. Also, probably next month in June, we'll look at running another one of our training courses so that people can familiarise themselves with the electromechanical pinball machines and learn a little bit about them and hopefully go away and be able to fix a few things up for themselves. So let's just have a little look now and see what we're doing with this bingo machine. Just on the way to the bingo machine, we've got some aprons that are being redeckled. So prior to Pinball Rescue closing down, we had some foresight and bought a number of these. So we've got 4 to do. So we've done 1 and there's 3 more to go to have the decal put on them. Just makes the machines look so much better when you do that. I think everyone agrees with that. So here's this bingo machine. That's with the front folded down. We can see lots and lots of components cramped in there. There's a relay trip bank, a motorised relay trip bank there. There's a bank of relays here. A few more over there. And some steppers. There's the actual replay unit in there. That goes up to 999. Unfortunately, Bally used the typical crappy Jones plugs in these. This bingo is not in too bad a condition. Side rails aren't all that good, which is fairly normal for a machine of its age. Here's inside the back of the unit. We've got another motorised trip bank, another large relay bank, and then we have more steppers. These are, that one there, that's called the reflex unit. That's the one that controls the odds on the machine. The more you win, the less chance you've got of getting features and good odds. And we have a timer unit over here and a features stepper. Here's the control motor on this. Now the control motor normally sits in the head box itself, but on this one the control unit is bolted onto the back box, which is fairly unusual. Then we have the spotting discs with the famous leather clutches in. They'll probably have to be replaced. So all in all, that's a bingo machine. You look in the back of it, with the front folded down, we can see straight through. There's not much else to see. So they're lots of fun to fix, and they take a long time to fix. So here's the big deal. The guy's refurbished the cabinet. He's hand painted it. He hasn't done too bad a job. Didn't use stencils. So there's the back box. Has all been done. Now he's actually cut a new board for the motor board. He's cleaned everything up quite nicely. We've just got to sort out all the front door wiring and everything that's got to go there. Look at that, he's even polished up the meter. He's done the chimes. Get you around here and have a look at that. As around knows, these Williams chimes sound tinny at the best. Yeah, he's cleaned up the score motor. There's one wire on there that's come astray. We think we're onto where that goes. It's not exactly what it seems. He's cleaned all the relays, pulled them all apart, and unfortunately that was a bit of an undoing because wires have broken away and things got out of adjustment, all the switches, same as a lot of the motor switches were out of adjustment. But needless to say, it's his first try, so he's done a reasonable job. There's underneath the motorboard, the playfield there. We haven't done anything there yet. And we've got to do the back box. We've got a few problems in there we've noticed with that. So all in all, we've been, as usual, fairly busy, and that little sort of 2 weeks we had on and off with only one of us working at a time sort of slowed us down a bit. But now there's Graham there, always reading the plans by the look of it. And there's Spanky somewhere. Where's Spanky? There's Spanky. There he is. He's busy too. So now all that remains for us to do is get in and finish this big deal. We hope within the next week or two to have that done, and we'll get started on a few other jobs we've got to come in. We've been contacted by a few people over the last week. We've got a guy who wants to bring up a fast draw. That might not be for a fair few weeks yet though. We've got a guy who wants to bring in a King Cool. He's just bought the 2 flipper kits for that, and he needs that tuned up. And then we've got 2 people who have a total of about 10 wedge heads, I think it is, between them, or not probably all wedge heads. Some might be multiplayer games. They want to book those in as well. So that'll keep us busy, and lots to do in the Goat Shed in May. So once again, thanks very much for watching, and we really hope that you can subscribe to our channel. That would be much appreciated. And this has been another Goat Shed presentation.